So how do you think your groups fared the first 3 weeks?
Tight end group?
Yeah.
You know, I've got Matt Flanagan, a senior, who's played, and he plays hard. I mean, he blocks guys, he stays on guys. He's just a tough, gritty guy. So I've been very, very happy with him, very pleased with him. You know, the younger guys with, Clark has gotten, really 45 to 55 plays a game. Has done very well at times. You know, I know that he's frustrated that, I don't maybe catch as many balls as I want, but, you call a play with maybe him in mind, the coverage rolls one way, so the ball's not going to go to him. And, that's just part of just playing football. And the thing that I've tried to tell, my group, tight end groups, we've played two of the best teams in America. And when some kids are just now playing for the first time, it's like the wake-up call. I experienced as a player, 35 years ago, what it's like to play a very good team, and you're young and growing. So I know what they're going through. And we only played 3 games, and there's a lot of football left. And, our kids got great attitude. I know the Saturday didn't turn out very good, but they practiced very hard today. They were very attentive on, Sunday during weights and meetings. So we got good kids.
Overall, are you seeing the growth through the first couple of games that you won, considering
that
that experience?
End? Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes you would ask a question like, wow, what kind of a question is that? But that's their question. I'm not worried about Matt because, he has played, he's older, he's experienced. Now, he's new to Pitt and new to the Pitt offense and terminology, so, he's learning that, but he picks up fast. We have to count on every player in the team, whether it's a tight end, a scout team player, or a guy running down a kickoff. We need everybody. And, as a team, Coach Narduzzi does a great job of, preaching team, and we're in this. And, today's practice is very evident that we're a team.
What did Tyler Sear do to separate him out of that freshman bunch, and what have you seen from him in his limited reps so far?
Well, limited. I mean, he played 16 plays the other day. The only thing that happened to him in his separation is he was playing kind of our F fullback alignment in August, and then when George kind of had his little boo-boo and missed some games, well, also now Tyler, who'd gotten turns, was kind of ahead in that department since he got in those turns. So kind of through George's injury, he got a chance to play and get in there. He's a tough, gritty guy. He reminds me very much of J.P. Holtz, who played for us, here at Pitt 2 years ago. Same type kid, same mannerisms. Yeah, he's a freshman and playing, big-time football, but, I like his future very much so. I like because he's a tough competitor.
As a coach, how do you typically deal with a guy like Clark, who's, as you had talked about, he's maybe experiencing some frustration, who's maybe not getting the ball as much as he thought, who, in the instance, I guess, a high-profile one where he was thrown it, where there's the drop against Penn State. How do you handle a guy, as far as coaching, who's in that kind of a situation?
Well, you want me to really tell you how I'd love to say how I really do it, but I'm not gonna. No, but
I guess Cliff Notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. Let me tell you, this is not YMCA football. This is not the local Little League flag football on Thursday nights. This is real football. And when you play real football against real football teams, you can't be soft, and you don't let up, and you put the finger down these guys 100 miles an hour because that's how you have to play. And if you can't do that, you ain't winning. And I mean, they figured out. Some figured out a game or two sooner, but this is ACC football. I mean, these are good teams we play. Georgia Tech's a good team. I mean, there's no soft dudes out there, and you got to coach hard because you're playing against good competition. And as soon as you let up, or you kind of ease, how you doing? I didn't work out. You do that, you're lost. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I yell, I scream up and down because it's important stuff, and you got to play like that every day. And I think like today showed that. I mean, our kids still pay attention and work hard. Hats off to them. You could be down and upset about the last 2 weeks, but guess what? They're not. So full speed ahead.
With the quarterback play not where it needs to be yet, is that a chance for your guys to maybe get more involved as that safety valve or underneath sort of option to take some heat off the guys throwing the ball?
Yeah, well, I just got notified from we checked with Dustin Gray, our compliance coordinator on campus, and I still have a year of eligibility.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to strapping up on Saturday.
Catch or throw?
Well, no, to throw.
Okay.
You kidding me?
All right.
A chance to come back and play quarterback again. Why not? But the thing about an offense is that anytime you throw the ball, hopefully it's caught, whether it's 2 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, because when you catch it, they have to tackle you. And if you throw short, you get a chance to run long. So if the tight ends get the ball thrown to them, you better catch it. If they don't get it thrown to you, you better run a route to maybe get somebody else open because coverage pulled your direction. So it's very much, detailed offensive, the whole protection, the route running, the route depth, the quarterback timing, it all fits. And, you can say times it's a work in progress. You can say times it's nice plays. But, I mean, it's football. I mean, right now it's, we talked about, winning the day. Are we going to win today? And we won today in practice. We really did. Now we got to make sure you go to class and, win outside this building the rest of the day and come back and win again tomorrow. And, we got kids that are winners, so we'll keep pushing forward.
Clark hadn't played much football in the last 2 years. I mean, how's he kind of responded mentally? I mean, to get those reps and learning the offense.
Well,
and all that to do.
great point that he's not really played much football, and that's due to those 2 injuries on each knee. So even though you might be sitting in the classroom, until you get out there and the bullets are flying and it's full speed ahead, and here it comes. You're now seeing pictures at full speed, which. I was proud. He did a nice job today. I mean, he gets better every day, and he should, because he's practicing. And if you practice right, you're going to get better.
Everybody thinks Georgia Tech, they think about triple option. What do they do on defense? They've had a pretty good one the last couple of years.
Yeah, they have. Number one, they play very sound. They got a couple, just blitz the right time and blitz the right pressures, and they get lined up. They're engineers, so I'm assuming they're very smart, and they don't make any mistakes. There's never a guy out of gap. When there's a guy in coverage, they don't blow coverage. I mean, they just do things as a guy who probably builds bridges and builds buildings, an engineer would. And they play very smart. And they kind of, you can say bend but don't break, but, that's what they do. And then they got some guys that have played. They've got some older kids that are, been starters. And I'm seeing the same jersey numbers I saw 2 years ago when we played down there. So just going to see them again.
Tim, you mentioned winning practice. Was there trepidation coming in today, wondering how they would react? And once you saw that going through as coaches, you kind of like, okay, we got.
No, I mean, let me tell you, Sunday it was not like having to come in and pull teeth. Sunday those kids came in here, raring to go and paying attention. Today they came in here raring to go. We're a morning team, so you get up and you start your day. Football, let's go. It's not like they're dragging through that front door. I mean, they came in here ready to work. And I think anytime you're a coach and kids have that attitude, coaching is fun. It's when kids don't want to walk through the front door. They lose a couple games and now they don't care, or they're going, their mind is wandering. Then football's no fun. But these kids are still coming with an attitude, which makes our job easier.
As coaches, are you guys keeping in perspective with them that you guys played 2 top 10 teams the first 3 weeks?
Oh, I know I am. I mean, that's what you have to tell my group. I mean, you're trying to tell them as you're getting ready that you understand who we're playing, because this is who we're playing. And then when you play them, that's just experience. You're just taking hopefully what you learned on Saturday from a play, from a series, from the game, that you can advance to next week's game. And that's just the growing pains of some young football players.
Do you feel like the message and that perspective has resonated with them, where they do understand, even though they're 1 and 2, that hey, we've played some pretty stiff competition?
I think they realized that more on Sunday when they came in here. That you had to play a rival game in Penn State and didn't work out. And then you play another team that is very good and didn't work out. And they're smart. I mean, I don't read. I know nothing outside this building. I'm sure they probably could hear or know that, but. Right now it's Georgia Tech. It's just full speed ahead on those guys, and that's where our focus is from Sunday on.
Anything final?
Unless there's an injury, is Reeves pretty much at that point where you might want to save him?
Well, we use him today. That's a good question, because I ask myself every day at 12 o'clock when I walk out of this building, God knows Charles Reeves, what he had done today. He got better today. I mean, if I had to put him in a game tomorrow, if all of a sudden Coach Watts said put him in, or Coach Henry says let's play Reeves, or I said Charles will put you in there, I mean, he'd play. I mean, I just don't want to have it, right now we're kind of that tipping area. Ask me a question next week, because we're right at that fringe point of, what do you do? If he's going to have to come in there to help us win, put him in there. And I think right now Matt Flanagan is playing winning football. I mean, he is really playing winning football. And, Chris Clark has definitely gotten better every game. Tyler Sears has, earlier has been mentioned, is playing a little better. Charles right now is, you say odd man out. Well, he's still practicing. I'm still trying to get him ready. So also we got to do that. He's playing.